Hello and welcome to Frank's School. Before I go on with the German conversation and the process of trying to get you to love German, a few more things about what I had to say yesterday. I was talking about acting, or maybe the day before, I was talking about acting as a way to learn a language. Well, two other names that came to my mind are Arnold Schwarzenegger. Now his English, he has a strong accent, no doubt about it. He did not master English to that point that he has no accent. But he mastered English well enough that he became governor of California. Let me see if I can adjust that camera. And the other one, this guy, Hugh Laurie, I think is his name, he played the doctor in House, the Dr. House. I was stunned when I realized that he was not an American. He's British. And yet he has learned the American dialect, American English, so well that it simply can't be heard, at least not by me. And I've got a pretty good ear. Now there might be some linguists that could hear that. But that would be evidence of just how good an actor or actress can become with language. Now another thing, I talked about about German grammar, that the verb likes to be the second element of a clause. Well, clause, you see, you really need to know your grammar to understand that. A clause has a subject and a predicate, the second element, and mostly that's true, but not counting coordinating conjunctions. See, I'm counting on you to know your grammar. It really, really helps. And, but, or, sometimes for, there are very few coordinating conjunctions in English, and about the same in German. Well, they don't count, as an element. Now, later on in that sentence, I thought about showing you that there's a compound simple predicate. Well, that's not the same as a second clause. You know, for most of you, that probably sounds like German. But it really helps to know your grammar if you're going to understand what's going on in the language. That doesn't mean you have to know it to love the language. Now, why teach German? Why am I doing this? There goes it. Okay. Why am I doing this? Well, German is not taught very much in the public schools in the United States. I'm not sure in what the story is in other countries in England. But in the United States, French, Latin, and Spanish. Spanish is taught so much, and very rarely German. The state I live in, Pennsylvania, at one point it looked like the public schools were going to be conducted in German. That's just how German the original population of Pennsylvania was. It was touch and go whether English or German would be the official language of the school system. That would be back in the late 1800s, I think. But not now. Not now. It's just not taught. It's regarded as a luxury or something that maybe if you could learn it in college. No, there are a few places where it's taught. And I would like to correct that. I would like to correct that. I want to offer it online. And so it can be taught. And although I'm saying I'm trying to teach you to love German, I'm also trying to teach you German if you try hard enough. Boy, I have this feeling the pump's going to kick in because I hear water running. Francis and Jeremy, the Pope Francis, Jeremy Grantham, I talked about them and I had to hold myself back. I will say more later on, especially next year or maybe sooner. But between the two of them, I think they could summon up the power to ruin the world economy. Which sounds like a terrible thing. But no, that could save civilization, not to mention the planet. That sounds so drastic, but I think the times are drastic, and you know, I won't dwell on this subject, but I was not quite willing to let it go. I will come back to it later on, but now it'll be German, and I'll go on. I'll go on now with some German in the second video for today. See you then.